Whatever you might think, the best PC controller is an important part of a modern PC gamer's toolkit. Look, I get it. We're PC gamers and should be championing the mouse and keyboard at all costs. And while that's 100% true for first-person games, there are a host of other genres that really benefit from a good pad. Some games' control schemes are just better suited to a controller too. Knight and Forza Horizon are prime examples. The best PC controllers will even give you the freedom to lean back from the desk and relax into a chilled gaming session, rather than staying hunched over the keyboard. Welcome back to another episode of HQ Products. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out on any of our freshest uploads as soon as they're available. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at our selection of the top 5 gaming controllers. Let's get started. The Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2. If you use the Microsoft Elite Series 2 controller for more than 10 minutes, you'll understand why we have it at the number 1 spot. Everything about the Series 2 screams luxury. The near-endless customization options give you an unparalleled level of control, pun intended, over your gameplay. Being able to tweak all aspects of the controller, like D-pads, shift paddles, and joystick tension, is an absolute godsend. The most significant changes in the Series 2 over the Series 1, which we also loved, include a neat little carrying case that doubles as a charging station for the controller's new rechargeable battery with 40 hours of juice. Finally, with Project xCloud and Apple Arcade bringing some great games to mobile devices, you can easily pair the Series 2 controller via Bluetooth. Spending $160 for a controller is a tough sell for most people. That's near 4 times the price of an Xbox One controller. But if you're a serious gamer who values performance and extreme levels of customization, the Series 2 is a no-brainer and worth every penny. The PowerA Spectra Infinity Enhanced. PowerA's Spectra Infinity Enhanced wired controller is a step up over the Spectra Enhanced we used to rate in this guide. The latest version has more similarities to the Xbox Series XS controller, with notably more bright lights. It's a pretty swanky controller nowadays, considering its budget price. The edge lighting gives the Spectra some personality, and the 3-way trigger locks are great for competitive shooters too. The Spectra would have scored higher, but the lack of any wireless connectivity is a big letdown in the days of untethered gaming. A worthy sacrifice for a cheaper price though, there is no doubt about that. The Xbox Wireless Controller. The original Xbox One wireless controller was a staple for PC gaming. With the Xbox Series SX release, we were all curious to see how Xbox improved on an already killer gamepad. The controller retains a lot of what we loved about the original, keeping things very comfortable with the overall design. The texturized rubber grips make feel extremely great in your hands. Much like the original, it boasts a vastly superior D-pad that you won't dread using in fighting games and platformers, taking cues from the Xbox One Elite series controllers. You might have noticed a new button in the center of the controller, a much requested share button, which now lets you capture screenshots and gameplay footage without diving too much into the menus. Sony DualSense wireless controller. The PlayStation 5 DualSense has a you have to touch it to believe it quality, thanks to its new haptic motors and adaptive triggers which can offer resistance under your finger. Firing a bow can actually feel like firing a bow, for example. The rumble is also easily the best and most nuanced we've ever felt in a controller. It really is as good as people say. But here's the bad news. The DualSense's most advanced features don't work in PC games yet, since games will need to be programmed to take advantage of them. But Steam already offers full support for the controller, so it's at least a breeze to plug in and use like any other pad. It's a little less comfortable than the Xbox Series X controller, and not as simple to use in non-Steam games. But if you prefer Sony's analog stick layout or love gyro gaming, this is the one to get. And maybe someday, we'll see PC games take advantage of those new triggers and haptics too. The Razer Wolverine Ultimate. Razer's Wolverine Ultimate could very well be the best gamepad available today, save for one critical disqualifying factor. It can't connect to a PC wirelessly. The Xbox-style gamepad offers many of the same luxury features as the Xbox One Elite wireless controller, like a swappable D-pad and customizable back paddles. It's also nearly the same price, which begs the question, why not just buy one of those instead? Well, it's not for everyone, but the Wolverine Ultimate does have its fair share of unique, downright enticing features. For starters, the face buttons, The ones labeled A, B, X, and Y click like mouse buttons. This seemingly minuscule detail makes a world of difference. It's like using nothing but membrane keyboards your whole life, and then making a move to mechanical switches. So while the enclosed 10-foot braided micro USB cable takes some getting used to, tactile button presses are a worthy trade-off. Of course, no Razer product would be complete without a healthy dose of Chroma, the three-headed green snake company's signature brand of RGB lighting. However, rather than integrating it into the existing Synapse 3 app for Windows, Razer decided to develop an app specifically for Xbox One. So, if you do plan on using this controller for your PC, bear in mind you'll need a separate app to configure it. Well, with that, we've reached the end of this episode, all about the top 5 gaming controllers. Are you mouse and keyboard all the way, regardless of the game, or do you generally prefer to use a controller? Make sure to get involved and let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a thumbs up before you go. Plus, if you want to see more great content and reviews just like this, subscribe to the channel so you're the first to see our latest uploads. As always, thanks for stopping by, and see you again soon in the next one.